This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Before I start the last news show of the week, I do want to apologize for Wednesday. I recorded the Wednesday's news show, and I uploaded it to YouTube, and as I was watching it to review the video, I noticed that my microphone died, so it cut out halfway through the show. So there was no audio halfway through the video. I'm surprised that no one commented on it. So I apologize. I took that video off of YouTube. That's why there was no Wednesday's news show. So I do apologize for that. Hopefully, knock on wood, that's not going to happen this time. But so this news show may be a little bit longer, so I'm going to try to keep it as short as I can. So now let's get on with the news for Friday, May 22nd of 2026. Walt Disney Imagineering extends Encanto ride permit again. They say that this ride is supposed to open next year. I really don't think they're going to make it. I don't think that they're going to make that. It is not even remotely close to being done. I know people are going to be like, it's only May, and it's next year. With them filing this permit to extend it, I don't think that they're going to be ready next year. I really don't think that the ride is going to be ready to go next year. I hope I'm wrong, but with the current state right now of construction, I don't think it's going to open next year. The entire land may not open next year. We're still probably gonna get Indiana Jones. Knock on wood. That should be ready next year. But Encanto, I don't think that's gonna happen next year unless something really drastic changes. But I again could be wrong, but with them extending this ride permit, I really don't think it's going to be ready. I honestly don't think it's going to be ready next year. All right, here's an odd story. Police officers from the Orlando area, presumably after their shift, at least I would hope so, went to Disney Springs after their shift. They were turned away from Disney Springs because of their clothing with law enforcement logos. Their reasoning behind it was because they didn't want people to get confused over Disney's law enforcement working and those police officers that were just there for a good time. I don't really know how I feel about. I mean, I can see it both ways. I don't know. I mean, again, I can see it both ways. Disney doesn't want guests to confuse those law enforcement people with Disney's law enforcement people. On the other hand, I don't know if turning them away was a good idea. I mean, I don't know. I mean, You have to let me know in the comments, but I can see it both ways. I can see this both ways, but this is crazy. This was crazy. There's, you know, there's a similar rule for Publix workers, for my work, for Publix. When you get off work, you either have to go home and change your clothes, or you have to change your clothes there before you go out into public, because they don't want you wearing your Publix uniform out in public. So that, you know, I mean, so I understand it's, you know, it's the same kind of rule, but you know, I don't know. I mean, again, you have to let me know how you feel, but it's, I don't know. You know, I can see it both ways. I really, really do. So, all right, here, speaking of weird stories, the Disney Skyliner is using fake dragonflies to scare away real yellow flies. So, I haven't seen this yet, my next story, I am going on Sunday, to Disney's Boardwalk. More on that in just a second. I'm gonna park at, Hollywood Studios and take the Skyliner myself, because I really want to see this. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, so I guess they're having a fly problem with the Skyliner. I don't know. May is what we call love bug season. They are everywhere right now. So maybe this is what it's about. It could be just regular flies. But I mean, this is crazy. This is wild. I have not seen this. If anyone has experienced something like this, let me know. But man, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to see what this looks like when I go on Sunday, because this is just crazy. Which now leads into the next story. Deep fried cheesecake is now available at Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs in Walt Disney World. That is at Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs is at the Boardwalk. Again, I'm going to be going on Sunday to review this, so look for that review coming up. That's going to be on my blogging channel, so that will be not be on this channel. It will be on my blogging with the Disney Dude. It will be on that channel. But hopefully I don't have a stroke eating this. This is everything that's, it's everything that's bad for you is rolled into this one dessert. First of all, it's deep fried. Okay. Second of all, it's a cheesecake. So so hopefully when I review it, I'm not gonna have it go into a diabetic coma. But I'm gonna be bringing that to you on Sunday. So look for that review coming up. But man, that's this I forgot what the name of it is now. I don't have it in front of me. The Bluey dessert at Disney's Animal Kingdom when I go on the 26th. So, people wonder why we're, us bloggers are kind of heavier people, because we have to review these desserts, and tell you if they're good or not. So that's it. So, we're gonna be on our sugar high. All right. So again, look for that review coming out on Sunday. All right. the deep fried cheesecake review will be out Sunday. The other dessert will be out on the 26th when I go to the multiple parks to check out the new stuff, Hollywood Studios, and then Animal Kingdom. So Sunday is going to be a very busy day. Very busy. Not quite as busy because I did knock out my Soarin' ride. I really have to work on that honest review. I'm going to try to work on that honest review sometime next week, but I got to get on that. I really got to get on that. So look for that review coming out very soon. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Sophia from Sophia the First is now meeting guests again at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Her meet and greet has returned. Why they took her away, I have no idea. I don't know. That was really kind of odd to me that they took her away. But now she's back. She is not meeting in Animation Courtyard. She is meeting at right across from Mickey and Minnie's meet and greet. Where you could meet Mickey and Minnie, Red Carpet Dreams. She's meeting right across from that area. So right by Sci-Fi Diner is where she's meeting. She's not meeting in the Animation Courtyard where she used to meet. So I would assume because of you know the show and that whole area being mobbed. So that's probably why, but just keep that in mind that she's moved across the street from Red Carpet Dreams right by Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. Another one, Bitsy from Disney Junior's Super Kitties meet and greet debuts at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This one, I believe, is an Animation Courtyard. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, I mean, so if you have little kids, you know, Sophia has returned, and you can now meet more of your Disney Junior friends at Hollywood Studios now. This is to, they haven't told us, but this is really to coincide with the new Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse live show. Okay? Disney hasn't said anything, but that's what it's for. That's what it's for. Speaking of Soarin' Across America officially opens to all Epcot guests early. So, again, you may recall that this was supposed to open on the 26th. This has opened early. So all guests can enjoy this attraction. I have a ride POV out on my Disney Ride channel, so please go check that out if you're interested. Again, honest reviews coming soon. Okay, the honest review is coming soon. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Sometimes my work schedule and my blogging schedule conflicts, so I do have to work, and I would do it tomorrow, but I have to work until 11 o'clock tomorrow night at Publix, so obviously that's way too late. But it should be coming out soon. I'm going to try to do that on Sunday when I come back from Disney. But again, we're just going to have to see. I'm just going to have to see. It may be on Tuesday. All right. So I apologize, but I thank you. I thank you for your patience. But they are coming. It is coming. Damaged Epcot palm trees have been removed from park entrance. So this is from that freeze, that really weird freeze that we had, where a lot of plants froze. So Epcot's plants were no exception. So they probably lost those palm trees. They probably died, so they had to remove them. I hope that they replant them. I'm pretty sure that they are, but yeah, I mean, so if you notice, if you go into Epcot and you notice that some trees are missing, that's why. That's why. All right. Again, I hope that they return. No reason that they wouldn't, but say it with me, kids. We'll just have to wait and see. The tagline for this show, okay? All right. BDX droid popcorn buckets have been released at Walt Disney World. Right now, they are a very limited release. These buckets are huge. These buckets are huge, so they can only get in a certain amount. We expect more on the way. There's only so many that they can load onto the truck at a time. So right now, they're only available from May 22nd to the 24th. But again, more should be on the way. If you miss out on those 2 days, hopefully more will be on the way. They are going to cost you $29, and you can pick them up. It's only a mobile order, so you have to mobile order it off of your My Disney Experience app, and you can pick them up at right across from the milk stand in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. All right, so look. So if you're going to Hollywood Studios from the 22nd to the 24th, get your bucket, because they're going to go quick. They are going to go really, really fast. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I need this bucket. I need this bucket. So hopefully I can get the bucket. I don't know in this time frame, but hopefully when they get more in, then I can get one. Orlando International Airport estimates nearly 1 million travelers for busy Memorial Day 2026. So I know people are going to be like, yeah, I know it's Memorial Day, but Memorial Day serves two purposes. One being, yes, it's a 3-day holiday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but also Memorial Day is also the official start of summer for the summer travel season. All right, so starting this weekend until September, it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy. Summer travelers will be back. But it's a lot of people. Orlando International Airport breaks records all the time for the travel. So it's really nothing new. But it's we're still breaking all-time attendance records. People are still, they're still on that COVID revenge travel. I don't think that that's going to stop anytime soon. I don't know. I mean, we are going, I hate to bring up politics, but we are going through an oil crisis right now. So that may deter some people from coming, from traveling, but it's not going to stop everybody from traveling. But just keep that in mind, that we are now entering the very busy summer season. Okay, this is weird. A test track car hood opened mid-ride at Epcot. So, from my understanding in the video, it happened when they were outside, when your vehicle flies out of the building and you go, 65 miles an hour. The hood popped open. Don't know what caused this. I can't believe that the ride didn't shut down, but that's crazy. That is crazy. So, hopefully hopefully Disney maintenance will look into that. Again, we don't know. We may know more, soon, maybe next week, but right now we don't know what caused it. We don't know what caused the car hood to fly up. But man, that's crazy. I'm just glad that no one was, it didn't fly off, thank God, but man, again, glad no one was hurt. I know that, people are like, it's not going to hurt you. Well, yeah, but it could have flown off. Could have flown off the car, but again, I'm glad no one got hurt. We'll just have to wait and see what Disney says about this, but that's crazy. That is crazy. And here's another crazy story. The projector is currently not working at the Country Bear Musical Jamboree at the Magic Kingdom. I'm going to stop and talk about this because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay, you spent all this time and money on updating this show, and you're having more problems with this show than you did with the original show. Okay, Teddy Barra keeps breaking down. The projector is not working. The animatronics, I've noticed, their eyes are kind of droopy. Disney, you need to figure this out. You really need to figure this out because this is bad show. This is really bad show. I don't know why this is happening to this attraction. It's not that old of an attraction. Now they did replace the audio animatronics, so they're not the audio animatronics that were there for the original show. They're rebuilt. But come on, Disney. seriously, you spent all this time and money, updating this attraction, which was, I'm glad it did. I'm glad it need, the purist in me is like, we could have, the old show was good. On the other hand, I totally get it. You need to update the show for a new generation. But this show seems to be having more technical problems than the other one did. Okay? So you really need to figure this out. You need to figure this out because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous and it's asinine. I'm sorry, but it's asinine. It is absolutely ridiculous for this attraction to be having this many problems. Okay? You need to figure Teddy Barra out, which I'm glad she's back. Hopefully she'll stay not broken. But now the projector's broken. Okay? So you need to figure this out. In case you don't know, why am I blanking on her name? Wow. Wow. I've blanked on her name. Anyway, when one of the bears sings "Try Everything," Trixie. Wow. Okay, just remembered. When Trixie sings "Try Everything," the three bears that were previous, the Sunbonnet Trio, Bubbles, Beulah, and Bunny, they all sing with her as she sings "Try Everything." in the show, there's a projector that works, and it shows a slide of Trixie trying everything before landing on a musical career. So that part is not working. So again, I hope that they fix this, because this show needs a lot of TLC. Needs a lot of TLC, and it's not even that old. It's not even that old yet. So I have always ranted, and probably always will rant, that Walt Disney World maintenance needs to do so much better of a job fixing up these rides and these shows, because they are not doing a great job. Okay, there's just so many issues in the parks that, I really, now that we have a regime change now that Jeff Volley is gone, thank God. But anyway, now that we have a regime change, and we have a new president for Walt Disney World, I really hope that he figures out and spends the money to keep these attractions looking great and fresh looking, because every day is someone's first day. Okay, every day is someone's first day, and so if they look at these attractions and they know that that something looks wrong, or something looks off, or something doesn't work, they're gonna feel cheated. They're gonna feel cheated, and they're not going to want to come back. Okay, so I always use Walt Disney's quote. I'm gonna use it again. But if you cheat the guests, you're never gonna see them again. So Walt Disney World management, you need to figure this out. You need to figure this stuff out, and you need to figure it out now, before you open up these new lands, before you open up Cars, before you open up the Tropical Americas, before you open up Villains and Monsters Inc. You need to figure all this out now. Figure it out now, because when those lands open and you haven't figured it out, the maintenance problems in those areas is going to be tremendous. There's going to be so much maintenance problems, and we're going to be sitting here and we're going to be ranting for days. For days. All right. So Disney, again, you need to figure this out sooner rather than later, because I guarantee you, if you wait until later, you're going to be so much more worse off than you are now. Okay? You think it's bad now. When these new things open, if they're not on top of this stuff, it's going to get so much worse. It is going to get so much worse. So again, I hope Disney figures this out, because they need to figure this out now. They need to figure it out now, and not later. Buzz, Woody, and Jessie debut new Toy Story 5 accessories at Disney parks. So this is these are at all of the parks here in Florida, California, Shanghai, Tokyo, Paris. They're everywhere now. Everywhere. The Toy Story pals are now sporting their Toy Story 5 accessories. So go check those out. That's what I'm hoping to do sometime. Hopefully I can get around to that, but go check it out, because I've seen pictures and it looks good. They look good. More entrance structure, steel, and steady construction progresses at Tropical Americas and Disney's Animal Kingdom. So again, I don't know if they're going to make that 2027 opening date. I hope so, but I don't know. It doesn't look like it. So fingers crossed, and knock on wood, because they're going to need it. Expedition Everest single rider wait time is now exponentially longer than previously due to new loading procedures. So, you know, having a single rider line at roller coasters, I don't think is a great idea, because those single rider wait times are so high, because roller coasters typically only seat 2 people per row, and it's very laborious to have a single rider line when you could just have a standby line or a fast pass line. Okay, so unless it's peak seasons, I wouldn't use the single rider lines at any of these rides. Expedition Everest, Hagrid's, you know, most of the other places that use single rider lines for roller coasters, I would just use the standby. And Rock and Roller Coaster actually fits into that too. I would just use the standby, because single rider is, you know, now we're entering the busy peak season, so those single rider lines are going to move really slow, really slow. So if you want to, I would just use the regular standby line if you don't have a lightning lane or express pass, because those single rider lines for those roller coasters, they're bad. They are bad. All right. Some people say that Test Track is bad too. Test Track can get bad also with their single rider line. Not all the time though, because Test Track seats more people in their cars, because there's obviously, what, I don't know, four seats per row, and there's 3 rows, so, and they have obviously more load stations, so it tends to go a little bit faster. But I've been in that single rider line for Test Track where it's very slow, and they're, you know, it's, you know, again, a single rider line usually only works with you know, during non-peak busy seasons, but Test Track is a little bit better. Same with The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man when that opens, because that single rider line is never open. But when it's open, it's usually a little bit better of a wait. But again, now that we're entering the busy, very busy summer season, I would at this point I would just tell you to use, unless the attraction has a very high ride capacity, I would just tell you to go use the standby line or your lightning lane or your express pass, because single rider lines, they're going to move really slow. They're going to move really slow. Pinocchio, Geppetto, Miko, and more characters make rare appearances at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is fantastic. This is great. More of this, please. More of this, please. You just opened an entire area dedicated to the Walt Disney Animation Studios in Burbank. Okay, you just opened an area that's an homage to that area. That would be fantastic if you were to have all kinds of characters roaming in that back area. It's probably not a big area, but you know, I don't know how much they've opened it up. Now that Launch Bay is not there anymore, thank God. But you know, walking around Launch Bay, that area was not big. That area was not big. So maybe they've opened it up. I don't know. I haven't been yet. When I go on the 26th, I'll have to see for myself. But more rare character meet and greets, please. That is fantastic. Bringing out characters that you can't normally meet ever. So Pinocchio, Geppetto, bring out Mary Poppins, bring out Baloo, bring out King Louie, bring out these rare, very rare characters. I would be great if you would bring back, like, Jafar. I remember meeting Jafar, you know, back when I was a kid, because I'm very old. So, you know, I remember meeting Jafar all the way, you know, in the 90s when I was at Hollywood Studios, and Pocahontas, and Governor Radcliffe, and Prince John, and Robin Hood, and just, it's, you know, you have a plethora of rare characters to pick from. So more of this, please. More of this, please, because you can pick any character from the Disney Animation Studios. So if we could make more rare character meet and greets, that would be great. That would be fantastic. And now that Muppets has moved to Rock and Roller Coaster, maybe you could move a Muppets meet and greet in that animation courtyard too. I'm just spitballing, okay? Because meeting the Muppets would be fantastic. That would be great. I would just go to Hollywood Studios just for that, because I love the Muppets. I love the Muppets. So, but more of this, please. More of this, please, because that is fantastic. And our last story is Muppet Vision 3D props and more Easter eggs have been announced and now are in the Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets Q. So this is fantastic. Should Muppet Vision have closed? No. I will always resent that decision. Always resent that decision. I don't care how many people tell me to get over it, okay? You know, people that are like, get over, you know, them closing Muppet Vision 3D, you know, and then those same people say, you know, well, you know, closing the Rivers of America, and I'm like, now that you need to get over, okay? That you need to get over, all right? So Muppet Vision 3D is not on the same level as the Rivers of America. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is, okay? So, you know, people that tell me to get over them closing Muppet Vision 3D, I tell them to get over them closing the Rivers of America, okay? So, I know, I'm very mean, okay? So, but there you are. There's your news for this week. Again, I do apologize for this longer video, and I apologize for not having a Wednesday's show. I apologize for the technical difficulties. So, apologize for the little bit longer of a show today. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to this channel for more content. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. I will see you right back here on Monday for Monday's news show. Until then, y'all keep each other safe and healthy. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.